Como Lake. The next morning, I got up early again while the others were asleep and quietly slipped out of the room with my camera and a book. Going downstairs, I found the hostess already preparing breakfast. After wishing her a good morning, I told her I wanted to look around the place. I read for a while as I strolled around the house. Stepping out through the gate, I found myself on the slope of a hill, surrounded by Italian villas. I watched the lady running the cottage and I loved what she did. Having guests and preparing breakfast, I realized I want the same, to create a warm place where people could feel at home. Now I dream of a stone house surrounded by moors in England, which I would turn into a cozy guest house. When I came back to the cottage, breakfast was ready and everyone was already enjoying it. My eye was caught by an old guitar on the top shelf. We began to climb up to the villa, which took about 20 minutes. Finally, we reached to the top of hill. There was a breathtaking view. The villa, the lake, and the mountains looked like something out of fairy tales. The ride took about an hour and a half. Finally, we found a table and took a seat at the terrace. I had already planned to celebrate my birthday in this romantic town, enjoying the beautiful view. When my lasagna arrived, shaped like a little cake, I put a matchstick into it, lit it, then I made a wish and blew it out. That's how I celebrated my 20th birthday. After dinner, we treated ourselves to gelato. After a little rest, we headed to the train station. I had booked a place in Lecco since it was closer to the airport. It was probably the most eventful day of the journey. I'd managed to visit 3 cities, and now we were heading to the 4th. Tomorrow we fly back to Kazakhstan. Our flight was at noon, so I thought there was no need to rush. But of course, it was just the beginning of another adventure. We arrived at the airport and we missed the check-in. There was no other option but to buy 2 new tickets. And the next flight to Kazakhstan was only the next day, so we decided to spend night in Istanbul. At 9 p.m. we arrived in Istanbul. After we headed to the hotel. On the way I received a message from a friend congratulating me on my birthday. It was my birthday. That message warmed my heart and supported me on this difficult day. In the morning we had birthday breakfast. Father bought sweet pastries and cookies around the hotel, and there was a kettle in the room, so we had tea and enjoyed the breakfast. I was sure this trip wouldn't impress me, but sometimes I managed to feel inner peace when I had my alone time. The moral of this story is to never tolerate people you are not comfortable with. If you are sure they are not your people, walk away from them. There is no place where you are completely safe, completely in peace unless it's your person. Wherever you are at home next to that person. To get to the Europe side of the Istanbul, we used metro that goes under the water, and there we had a lunch, then rushed back to the airport. At 6 in the morning, we landed in Almaty.